what happens is when people grasp to something, it becomes the holy grail, which is fine, but then sometimes people become a threat to that.
Yeah.
But when you already accomplished, when jiu-jitsu doesn't identify me or you, it's just something that we love to do. I'm proud of this gym. That don't have to be back there.
Right.
It's still the first gym ever here.
Right.
I'm a children's book author for somebody that said that can barely read.
Right.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Midwest Kong. Today a special day, man. Hey, man. When people tell you they're gonna do something and do it, especially when they're driving 12 hours away, my man Clay, man. I appreciate you coming, man. Hey, man.
Absolutely, brother.
Seriously, all jokes aside, man, this is when the way me and Kali linked up, it's the same way me and him linked up. He's also a fellow black belt in jiu-jitsu, so we'll get some content of me stealing some techniques from him, because I steal techniques. I am a taker of jiu-jitsu techniques. But also a fellow black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Now, how long you been training that?
Training like 20 years. 20 years.
See, trolls, man, I be trying to tell y'all, man. While y'all be on them comments talking crazy, you do not know who you dealing with. Don't get your entire mouth smacked off. But we peaceful here, man. So I appreciate you driving through, man. All the way from Jersey, man. For me, I'm so appreciative of everything that goes on. And people hit me up with them comments, and I don't think y'all understand, man. When I show those to people, because I truly like that. Anything anybody do for us, where we from, we don't get much, man. We don't get much. HighFeelLife.com, promo code Kong. Y'all know I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. I'm gonna take this to the face, because if my man drove 12 hours, then he want to do a good arm workout. I'm gonna have to give it to him.
Absolutely.
So, HighFeelLife.com, promo code Kong, Midwest_Kong on Instagram. What's your Instagram, Clay?
Clay Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu 2323.
You heard what he said, didn't you? Clay Jiu-Jitsu, man. We ain't playing out here. HighFeelLife.com, promo code Kong, man. And again, so truthfully, it's not water, it's salivant. I think that's how you say it. So you really should be putting it in the water. But I want to get the fast, quick fix. So this is not the way to do it, I've been told. But I don't listen too much. But I got to get it in, though. He was in the 92 and 96 Olympics. So what happens is when people grasp to something, it becomes the holy grail, which is fine, but then sometimes people become a threat to that.
Yeah.
But when you already accomplished, when jiu-jitsu doesn't identify me or you, it's just something that we love to do. I'm proud of this gym. That don't have to be back there.
Right.
It's still the first gym ever here.
Right.
I'm a children's book author for somebody that said that can barely read.
Right.
Stuff like that. I'm a father, a single father. Jiu-jitsu don't make me.
Right.
Nobody cares if me and you good at jiu-jitsu that don't know nothing about jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely.
So when people get like that, man, they take over, and that black belter makes them puppeteer at times. Just a lot of people like that. 9 times out of 10, them dudes ain't never done nothing outside of jiu-jitsu.
Absolutely.
And that's just a sad truth for that, man. you know, it was a myth that if you lift weights, it would damage your jiu-jitsu. What's your take on that?
It helps me. When I get out of trouble, that strength is going to really help me, you know, to get out.
That's the huge misconception. Like, I pride myself on technique, being the bigger dude with technique. Of course, in certain situations, it's guard passing, smash, smash. But I say heavy on top, light on the bottom. You know, that's how I try to train. But it was always this thing back in the day, you know, you lift weights, it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that. I ain't in that new rubber guard and all that stuff anyway.
Right.
And it never hindered me. Now, there's a gift and a curse with it because my cardio, I have to work double time for that. Right. But other than that, having strength in certain areas of jiu-jitsu,
absolutely,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
And we starting to see more of these guys. Look at Cyborg, look at Buchecha, those. Come on, them dudes got to be ox strong.
Right.
You know what I mean? Orlando Sanchez, the type of dude. So, hey, y'all, jiu-jitsu dudes, man. Look, man, when your gi come off, you don't want the dad bod, all right? Get in that gym, man. What got you into jiu-jitsu personally?
Personally, jiu-jitsu is like a one-man sport. I started off playing basketball, and it was always for the players. So I always visualized, like, what would it be like me by myself?
Right.
I won every game.
Right.
That was my mentality. So putting that hard work, dedication in, if somebody defeated me or outworked me in jiu-jitsu, I knew it was my fault. I was the only one to blame on that. So that's what I love about it so much.
It was, for me, man, it was obviously wrestling, but for me it was like I had this notion, you know what I'm saying, being from this, I'm just being honest, being from the hood, man, can't no white dude whoop me.
Right.
Until I start getting whooped by white dudes in wrestling.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, man, and I'm not sure if we discussed this, but unfortunately, when you in the hood, man, and back in the 90s, the 80s and 90s growing up, wrestling was looked upon as almost like a gay sport.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Wrestling is, let me just be clear. I played for, wrestling is one of the most hardcore training, physical contact sports ever, period. In my opinion. So for those of you who got that notion, which a lot of people still do, let's cut that out, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if you never wrestled, you never done anything with any type of grappling experience, you will get your ass twisted all the way up dealing with somebody who got 4 years of wrestling experience, even just that. So I learned my lesson quick because I was a great athlete, but technically it's when I was getting smashed by dudes who've been wrestling since here. So when it comes to me, for some weird reason, as arrogant as a little jerk I was, I had a lot of humility and humbleness. So when I went from transition from that to jiu-jitsu, I was getting tore up every practice. Every practice I was getting tore up by guys smaller than me, and what most dudes do. Most dudes with that ego, they leave. We never see them again, but me, I never left. So again, man, a lot of people look at these sports, man, And I preach this all the time. If you don't train, you have no clue. You cannot defend yourself properly against somebody. I don't want to hear this CCW stuff. I'm talking hand-to-hand combat. Somebody who trains, you cannot defend yourself properly from some things you don't know. That goes for me too. If I don't know something, how can I educate myself on it? If you get on the ground with somebody who's training jiu-jitsu, you're not getting back up. That's just, I've been there, trust me, and I wrestled. So tell everybody now, 2021, man, find you something to train, man. We just discussed this, and I feel like I need to address this. When you're doing arms, remember guys, this tenant, and me and him being jiu-jitsu practitioners, we know the value of tenants. When you got these tenants in here, they're very small. The second you start damaging them, you start getting in, you eventually get carpal tunnel, you eventually get tendonitis. It is a very annoying, nagging pain that can hinder your training. So when you're doing arms, guys, do not try to go all heavy. I know people gonna say something, because I have only for views did one set of something heavy. Other than that, arms is fast paced, high repetition, lightweight, straight up. If you're doing triceps, you're using the cables. If your body is percolating, you look like a fish out of water, it's too heavy, drop the weight. You do not build big arms by doing something that is extra straining on every other body part of your body. The idea is to isolate the muscle. But no, I had it last June. Doing symptoms, I had the fever, headaches, bad headaches. I'm already a migraine dude anyway, but fever, headaches, and then I had super bad diarrhea. Then I lost 30 pounds in 6 days. So it was about a 6-day ordeal where I couldn't eat, couldn't drink, shower water hurt, crawl into the bathroom. But after that, it was just a recovery. And then you dehydrated, so then you got to come back, you got to build your appetite back up. So, I was one of the ones, man, I was one of them. I wasn't so far off of it as if it wasn't true.
Right.
But I was in a place where it ain't gonna happen to me type movement. And man, that hit me, dude. I'm telling you, and I lied. Right-handed guy, man. I was stabbed 9 times.
Right.
I will go through that process, then that.
Right.
That physically destroyed my body, dude. Like in only a matter of days. So, you know, just want to get back to normal. I don't care about wearing no mask.
Right.
If this is what it takes for us to get normal,
Right.
so be it. You know what I'm saying? So how was it, dude? You said your restrictions. How was they? Because that area got hit pretty hard, didn't it?
Yeah. It took us a while to get back.
To get now, when y'all had businesses closed down, the mask mandation, y'all still got that?
Yeah.
Now is it public? You got to walk the street with the mask?
Well, not the streets, but anything, restaurants or anything like that, the malls, you still have to have your mask on.
So, no. So you don't have to do the street?
Nah.
See, in LA, you had to do the street.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
In LA, you couldn't come out, you couldn't step out the house on your own porch.
Wow.
They had cops on them Segways telling people to put their mask on.
Okay.
And you know, LA is a huge homeless community.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all of their people had their masks. So
Right.
they wasn't messing around in LA, man. So
Wow.
it just now, man, like I said, man, I know a lot of people complain and talk about their human rights. That's funny to me. That's funny to me. Human rights. Come on, man. Come on, man. Put the mask on.
Right.
We all want to get back to normalcy. I'm not that entitled enough not to follow directions. Remember, they all say comply. Put that damn mask on there. I got a breathing problem. You about to have one, 'cause I'm gonna choke the shit out you. You gonna put that mask on so I can get up at this gas station. HighForLife.com, promo code Calm, Midwest_Calm on Instagram. What's your Instagram again?
Jiu-Jitsu 2323.
Hey man, truly appreciate it, man. Got a quick arm workout in. Again, man, my man came 12 hours away. Truly appreciate that. Look, man, a lot of y'all, speaking of that, let me just put this out there. A lot of y'all who know me back home ain't even drove an hour to come see the gym. So he drove 12 hours to come see the gym. But you know what? Greatly appreciate it, man. You have a good time, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate everything.
See, we told you, man. Hey, yo, man. We black belts in jiu-jitsu, man. I don't mean we ain't get those. You know, we still got to take the gi top off. So, fellas, y'all look good in that gi. Y'all winning them titles. When you take your gi off, you look like Al Bundy. Get your body together, man. Get your nutrition together. Get all that, your vitamins, whatever you need to do, man. We're trying to be healthy in 2021. We got this COVID stuff going on we discussed, man. Want to get back to normalcy, man. But look, most importantly, like I always tell y'all, especially for me being a heavier dude, it's a lot of things I got to do at the age of being ready to be 41. Pancreatitis is in my family. Grandfather's died of colon cancer. There's a lot of health things I got to do. I'm going to get content for that. Just to show everybody, man, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't show in the industry going through these things other than just lifting weights, other than just jiu-jitsu. So this is something I want to offer to everybody in the content and be very transparent about it. I am not the healthiest dude on the planet because I took health for granted. So therefore, with that being said, moving forward, being at the age I am, getting older, that's what I'm going to start looking to do. So truly appreciate it, man. Follow him. Play Jiu-Jitsu 2023?
Jiu-Jitsu 2323.
2323. Make sure you follow my man. We're going to get his YouTube started. You know what I'm saying? Show us some technique, steal some technique. I'm a thief when it comes to technique. Then I do a video, act like I did it. Right. Shout out to everybody. Much love and support, man. Until next time.